Good morning, New York. It is currently 7:30 and I'm on my way to a yoga class. It's about a 45-minute walk or 15-minute train, but I don't trust myself not to get on the wrong direction of the train line. So I've decided walking is more safe. My yoga class was in the Flatiron district, so I packed my laptop and everything I would need to do some work, and I thought I would just pop by a coffee shop, and I definitely lucked out with the best view. So I've been sitting here for a couple hours, had a coffee, and this is the view that I've been working with. Just got back from my morning outing and yoga class. I am very tired. It's so hot out there, and I think my body's just like adjusting to the heat change because I'm sweating like buckets and just like drained and dehydrated. So that's definitely something I'm going to have to do a lot more of, is drink water and replenish. But the problem is, anyone who knows me, I have the tiniest bladder in the world. So I've already run into problems. I'm like sprinting to the closest Starbucks or Chipotle and begging them to let me use the public washroom. So I guess that is just something I'll have to get used to living in New York. Just going to make some lunch and then have a shower, figure out what to do with this, and probably head out to Central Park. But that was also my plan yesterday, and I got so distracted I never made it there, so we'll see. So I just made myself a salad with this dressing I got at Trader Joe's the other day. It is so good. Then I also have a apple for a little more substance. You are now stationed in my bathroom. I got showered, got dressed. I just put some oil in my hair, but I figured there was no point in really curling it or doing anything to it anyways because it just continuously grows in this heat. I'm just gonna do very minimal makeup because it will melt off my face anyways, but I thought I would come on here and just chat about how things are going. Obviously you can see from these videos how much I love the city. It is weird, like traveling alone or being here on my own. I thought that it would be a lot tougher than it is, and maybe that's just because it's only been a couple days, but honestly I really love just like doing whatever I want, being on my own timeline, and doing all the things that I don't have to worry about like dragging someone else along because they might not like it. So I have really liked being here alone. I'm starting to make plans with people I kind of know in the city. So that'll be nice. I'll actually get to like talk to people in person, and it's not just gonna be like 6 weeks of me here completely alone, which is nice. Just using this Super Goop sunscreen in SPF 40 because I don't want aging, wrinkly skin. And the sun is strong here, obviously, like being on a coastal city. Something that I've noticed is really different here is the homeless population. So obviously New York has a lot of homeless people, and I anticipated that before I got here, but there's such a difference here, and it's a lot more sad than it is back in Canada because there's so many like social support programs in Canada for people in poverty. So I noticed their like homeless population is kind of people that are in their own world, on drugs, all that, but here it's just like genuine poverty. So I've had a few like casual conversations with homeless people, and they are completely aware, sober, they're just simply in poverty, and that's so sad to see in such a developed city. and I wasn't expecting that to affect me so much, but it really does. I like feel, it just makes me really sad to see that you have people that are billionaires in this city and then such a large homeless population as well, with not nearly as many services for them. Also, as you can see from the footage I've been able to get, I have been filming in public, which I didn't think I was going to be doing at first, because back in Canada I would have been so like scared or worried about what people think about me, but I just feel like in New York, no one gives a shit about what you're doing. Like, honestly, there's so many odd people in this city that like no one's looking at you or judging you, because guarantee they've seen worse. And it's just a weird feeling. I can see why celebrities like to be here, because everyone's so like focused on themselves and their own grind that I feel like they would be noticed a lot less here than in other cities. So when I'm filming in public, I just feel like no one's really looking at me anyways, and no one cares what I'm doing, which is honestly such a liberating feeling, because I'm a person that is always worried about everyone else. So this city makes me feel like I can literally do whatever I want with no judgment. I am just going to finish doing my makeup, and then I will show you my outfit for today and head out into Central Park. Here is my outfit for today, bought by my mom. So I'm getting good use of it, wearing it on my 3rd day. Thank you. Being in New York, I was feeling like a hot dog, so I came to Papaya King, which is the classic spot for hot dogs. They have papaya juice and traditional fries. One thing about New York is you should never get a hot dog from a vendor on the street, because they usually just leave the hot dog sitting in water all day long, and that's kind of gross. So here I have some footage of them like grilling it right on the top. Papaya King is pretty uptown from where I live, so I'm now at the Upper East Side, and I'm sitting on the steps of the Met. So if you ever watched Gossip Girl, I feel like Serena Vanderwood's in right now. I was sitting at a bench and heard a tour guide talking to a group of people saying that the only thing natural at Central Park is the rock. Other than that, in the 1800s, all the trees were shipped in and planted, all the greenery, like none of it is naturally here on the island, which is crazy because obviously it's been here for a couple hundred years now, but it just looks so like real and normal, even though you're in the middle of Manhattan and there's these giant like oak trees. But I just thought that was really cool. Guess what? I actually have plans tonight. So I'm just about to head out and meet up for a drink with a girl I met when I was here with my mom in 2019. She worked at the same company I did at the time, and neither of us work there anymore, but I did email her. I was like, hey, I'm coming from the Calgary office. I'd love to meet someone. And that was kind of my first dip into trying to get a job in New York. But anyways, her and I have stayed connected for a couple years now, and I'm meeting her for a drink, so I'm really excited about that. And then straight after that, I am heading to meet up with a gentleman for a drink because I downloaded a dating app here, mainly just to like meet people and have plans. So meeting a guy at a sports bar, and I am not bringing the camera along with me because I don't want to shove it in people's face, but I will update you later tonight. I have not been in a rush in such a long time, but I just got back from getting drinks with Max, who is the girl that I met through work last year, and it was so fun. I'm now heading out in about 10 minutes to get a drink with the Hinge boy. So trying to feed myself in between all the drinks, quickly eating some of these crackers and this dip from Trader Joe's. It is so good, and I'm so happy I piled up on snacks here because I'm kind of shoveling it into my face and then running out the door again. So I'll keep you updated again later tonight, but it sounds like I might grab a drink with Max again after this Hinge date, so I will let you know how my night goes. Also, I'm wearing the same outfit that I was wearing today, but I've spiced it up a little by wearing nicer shoes instead of those sandals, and then a little bit of a nicer bag and off the shoulder. But other than that, I didn't feel like changing, and I can still pull this off as a night out outfit. Now I'm back at my apartment with a sandwich from Sunny and Anne's, which honestly, when I was in there, it looked like an absolute hole in the wall, but I've been told that it's kind of the place to be. I got a chicken parmesan sandwich, and I hope it lives up to all of its hype. Okay, this sandwich looks quite bomb. I'll let you know how it tastes. Honestly, I ate half of this Sunny's and Annie's chicken parmesan sandwich, and I am stuffed. It was so good, so worth it, but very filling. I had a really great day, really great night coming to New York when everything's opened up. It's just crazy to go from 0 to 100, so I feel very grateful right now for the way my life and this internship has really panned out, and I'm really, really happy here in the city. Good morning. It's currently 9 a.m. and I am very hungover, but I also have a job interview, so pop myself back into it, and hopefully this goes well. Crisis averted, but I was sitting here doing a Zoom call and I saw this like rodent skittering from under the fridge to like kind of my sink area, and I started freaking out thinking that it was a rat. It's like messaging my landlord and being like, oh my god, I think there's a rat in my apartment, and her husband came down and told me that it's my friendly neighborhood mouse, that you get quite a lot of mouse in this apartment. Not this apartment in general, like it's a very clean, nice building, just New York. There's a lot of cockroaches and mice. Anyways, and obviously a lot of rats. I didn't really know the difference from the two. Coming from Alberta, I never get to see rats, but it's not a rat, it's a mouse. I'll be fine, but still kind of gross and scary, and reality of living in New York. It is now later in the afternoon and I still have not left the apartment for the day. I ran into a bit of a hurdle again with visa situations. It's all figured out. I'm not going to be getting quite the experience I hoped. It is all going to be remote, and I packed a lot of work clothes, so I guess I didn't need to pay the extra $50 for an overweight suitcase, but anyways, I'll still make the best of it. It's fine. It's just a little annoyance, and if I want to try to work here permanently, visa situation is going to be something I always kind of have to struggle and deal with, so I am just getting a taste now. Here is my outfit for today. Very Canadian, I guess. I don't really know what I will be doing tonight, but I'm just going to walk at a good hangover grilled cheese sandwich, go to a bookstore, and once again, I say this in every vlog, but I need to go to Target because I still have not been in the past 4 days, and there's little things that I need to get me by here. I made it to Murray's Cheese to get a classic Murray's grilled cheese sandwich, and this is exactly what I needed. I was just walking home from Trader Joe's and I saw there was a like Pride Festival parade going on by my apartment, and it is crazy here. Home again from another eventful afternoon. It's, what, past 8 p.m. now. Went for a long walk, got my grilled cheese sandwich, which was so good. And then I went to Strand bookstore and I spent at least an hour and a half in there. It was just huge, like 3 stories. Walking around looking at all the books, seeing what I wanted to pick up, and I ended up getting Breakfast at Tiffany's because I feel like I've never read this book before. I love the movie so much. It's kind of a rite of passage now that I'm in the city. I have to read this. So it'll be nice to have a book on hand. I'll try to find time to go to Central Park or Bryant Park and just sit there and read. So I have made it to the end of the night. I think I am just going to get ready for bed, do a face mask that I bought from Target today, and dig into these that I got at Trader Joe's. They are basically just chocolate covered frozen bananas and they taste like ice cream. They are so good. But anyways, I already put this video into 2 days, so I think I will be ending it off here. I want to get an early start on tomorrow because I will be heading to Brooklyn for a day. So watch out for that video. It'll definitely be another interesting one. I hope you enjoyed this video and seeing me kind of start to have a bit more of a life in the city rather than just exploring on my own. But yeah, got nothing else to report. Have a good night. Woo!